This week at Stella Scaffolding, the Tower Bridge project is proven to be a logistical nightmare. We pull up to our highest ever job and are unable to start. And amongst it all, I'm here with the boys in West Sussex as we put a temporary roof on this absolute monster. My name's Joe, we are Stella Scaffolding, and this is episode 23. We're going to go and have a look in a sec and see how the boys are getting on. But I mean, it's quite visible how they're getting on, to be honest. But yeah, it's a lovely project from one of our regulars. It's the same client as the project we were doing in Petersfield. So yeah, what a place to work. The only downside is the signal here is absolutely horrendous. My phone is going to be very quiet, but it's going to be a full sense of security because there's actually times are very busy, but there's no signal out here. This is for one of our regulars, and all of their projects, all absolutely lovely jobs. So what this is going to be here is a temporary roof over this monster of a building. And the main reason for it is they've got to change all the dormers. We've got to ensure that everything inside is kept 100% watertight. So the client is still in there now, they're living in there at the moment, and they're due to be in there until Christmas, but obviously we're due to be long gone by then. So there's the main building here that you're looking at that's going to be completely covered, and then we've got the two outbuildings as well, to the right and to the left of where I'm stood now, on the other side of the building, that are also going to be made 110% watertight. What we're going to do now, we're going to go back round to the boys and we're going to see what their plan is. And yeah, another busy day intact. We've got a monster old buttress here. Obviously this building we can't tie into at all. The client has requested that they don't want us to do that. So even though we'd make the holes good after, it's obviously to tie in a project like this, it's an awful lot of tying. So the substitute for that, we've put in the buttresses. Obviously we've got one that's gone in there now, and obviously where the scaffold is going up so high and it's such a beast, the buttress has to be sufficient enough to support that. Yeah, you've got to bear with me as well. I've actually got back into training properly the last week or so, and I think I might have overdone it a little bit, so I've got a bit of a strain in my neck that's got worse, I think, from the cold last night. I feel like I've got a line of pain going down my back and neck, so I'm all right, no need for worry. You have to bear with me because I'm turning around like a bit of a weirdo today. What the client's done for us is they've hired in, so we're paying for it, they've hired it in on their account, and they're going to take it off the balance at the end. So we've got a forklift driver that is supplied by them, and we've got a forklift that is obviously paid for by us but supplied by our client. And obviously, as you'll see, to get everything up there, it's making extremely light work of getting everything there. And what it's meant is that whilst we've got such a busy period at the minute, we're able to keep the gangs as we are, and we haven't had to increase the labour here too much. So we're now going to be with the boys for the rest of the day, and we're going to show you how this monster is taken to the next level. But while we get ourselves set up and jump on the lift with the boys, it's time to do our weekly recap for this week on Stella Scaffolding. Friday morning, I am in the supplier's yard. I've got a load of monoflex that I need to get for the project in Petersfield. The plan is for the scaffolding, everything to be wrapped up, cleared, done out of there today. I'm then going to sub out the mono so I can get boys off that project and on to other jobs. So we are, yeah, extremely busy at the minute. I've had to let two go this morning, not at the best time, but I did put a message in the group yesterday for the boys saying that, like, punctuality and everything else I need people on it, you know. There's I feel like people have been slipping a little bit. I think when you get busier, I think people think they can then maybe go missing a little bit. I don't really know what goes on, if I'm honest, but there's definitely a something. Maybe they think you need them more, I don't know. But I had two lads not turning today, and I've had to get rid of them, gone. So it's not something that I put up with at all. I don't like the textbook scaffolder not turning in. It's not something I like to be associated with at all. Yeah, like, I'm a man who's extremely hungry, extremely committed to what I'm trying to do, and I expect those, if they're going to be with me, or they're going to, you know, jump on the same name as something that my name is connected to, then they're going to be the same, because otherwise it makes me look like I'm not what I say I am. So I don't tolerate people that can't be in on time. I don't tolerate people that don't learn from their mistakes. And even though it has shot me in the foot a little bit, it is what it is. I couldn't care less. I'll deal with it, you know, and I'm gonna have to get more men in to replace them. There's no guarantees that the men are gonna be as good as I need them to be, but you get them in, you give them a chance. If they're not, they're gone, you know, and I'll keep going till we get the right men, keep going till they get where I want to be, so, and where this business needs to be. So yeah, listen, it is what it is. It's part and parcel, it's part of the game I'm in, and it's part of the battle. So yeah, we move. But listen, that is enough for my ranting for now. It is Friday, the spirit should be up. I'm at a supplier's about to do some shopping for some Monoflex, and then I'm off to the project in Petersfield, and I will show you what the crack is there. All the Monoflex has arrived here, which I'll show you. That's being done tomorrow. We're actually subbing out the mono now, so basically I can pull the boys off here and onto other projects. So as a little walk around, we've got the bungees here, box of bungees, we've got Monoflex here. There's more mono that I've seen here. For some reason the boys have put it in separate piles. We've still got to do our last tidy up. The boys are going to sort that hopefully today. Obviously they've only got the little pickup. There's a tiny little bit of sheeting to do on the single story, and everything's up there ready to go for that. So yeah, it's looking very smart. We've got our loading bay here, we've got the hacky next to it here, so obviously here's our hacky, here's our access up there, all the way through to the lift. Obviously you've got access through to each level as well, and then we've got the loading bay here right the way up. Now there's 2 loading bays on this one, as you can see. We've got 2 loading bays. Here's the second one, and then we've got our sheets all the way along the top. Now as the building steps down here, we've got our single story bit, got our structural lifts all the way around, and then yeah, we've got our single story wrap around here, and obviously it goes all the way around the back. So it is a bit of a monster. The boys have done really well. We've got the last little bits of hacky here to be tidied away. The boys are going to get all that dealt with. Last little bit of clearing up once the sheeting's done, and then we are out. Very smart. The tidying is still to be done. We're meant to have our man here first thing this morning to get these last bits cleared up, but he had to detour to another project to save the boys due to something that was forgotten on the lorry today. So there's yeah, this is nearly ready for handover. Like I say, there's excess material still to be cleared up, which will be gone hopefully by close of play. But yeah, what a project, what a job. Looks extremely smart. The Monoflex by the boys that were here on Saturday, they've done an absolutely brilliant job. Really happy with what they've done here, and yeah, they will definitely be used again. The Monoflex, to be honest, is one of them that can either make or break a job. So you can have a really tidy scaffold erected and you can mono it scruffy, and it can make the job look like it's been done by amateurs. So with the way that our boys like to put a job up on here, it's only right that the Monoflex is erected the same way. But yeah, look at this, look how tight it all is. It is snug as a bug in a rug. But yeah, brilliant job, very tidy, and yeah, very happy with this. What we've got here is we've got a project that the boys are going to be doing on Sunday, where what the client needs to do is get up to all of this wood, all along here, right the way up, all the way along here. Now, what the client's asked us to do is obviously create a walkway here to ensure that obviously pedestrians can carry on through there. We've got the access down there where I'll show you, and it's a case of starting the scaffold down here all the way along and then returning it all the way down this elevation here. We're going to have to sheet it, keep everything nice and secure. So obviously we've got the tables here that they're going to be clearing out. We've got an access here that's going to have to be left open. So yeah, there's quite a bit of thinking to do on this one, although it's a small job. We're going to have to be on it and yeah, make sure that everything is boxed off as it should be. We're meant to start an absolute monster today, and there's been some sort of miscommunication between the client and the structural engineer. We pulled up there. It was obviously going to be a key part of this episode. Obviously we had an issue last week, so we were due to film last week. It didn't happen. We've gone to do it this week, and obviously we're tight to the wire, obviously with the episode going to be out tomorrow night. So the episode that you're watching now was literally filmed yesterday. So it's a quick turnaround, but disaster has struck, and the project isn't ready. So extremely frustrating. We are on the way to another absolute monster now. Hopefully we can salvage the episode, but yeah, very frustrating. It would have been a nice job to get in. I'm going to try and sort my mood out so that I'm not a grumpy so-and-so all day, yeah, luckily we've managed to salvage something. There was another project I was hoping the boys could get to that wasn't ready, but there's another project that is ready, so the boys have gone there. They're on the way there now from Slough to Andover at the crematorium. Scary place to go on Halloween. Just got to jump up now. We've got Sean and Vlad over here. Jake's over there sorting out the access. Dritan has got an armful of fives, armful of butts, running material up. We're going to go and see how the boys are getting on, running in the first structural lift. Oh, my neck and my back. Oh. We've got this here that's going to be access, little boarded access for the tops of these dormers here. Boys have come off the inside standard, thrown into the roof to pick up the weight of the inside. Obviously put the board down here to make sure that we spread the load as much as possible. What's happening?
Hey. On his drawing he gave me, it says thrown in, but
yeah.
But by the time I get two boards in it, what am I thrown into?
No, exactly, yeah. So we're round the back. We're just looking at the heights for these dormers. So can we FaceTime you quick?
You said you wanted these?
Yeah. Is that all right?
Okay. He's like,
yeah. Do you just get dressed, or are you all right? Do you need a minute? No, cool, mate. We'll do it now. Obviously, at the minute, what the boys are going to do is put in a lift here and throw into the inside. So obviously, you'll have access from here up.
It's very slow.
Is it? It's the signal.
give you your lift heights that you've put on the drawing. It's just, what's that, bottom of the windowsill?
Yeah, bottom of windows.
Yeah, so from the existing scaffold, it's only about waist height. So I could, to stop blocking access all the way around, I can only give you 2 boards to work off on the inside. That's it.
Okay, so you'd come off the perimeter scaffold and climb up 2 boards to get to the...
Yeah, that's correct. But also, you need to get to the top of the dormer windows as well.
We would, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that we're going to have to, throw in another lift to get you around the top.
Hey Sean, can I have a bit of that?
Yeah.
Like today?
Yeah.
Gonna have a little walk around with Sean now. Obviously he's led this project here with Vlad, so we're just gonna have a little walk around, show you what the crack is, where they're at, and why we're doing what we're doing.
This is the main independent, so this is finished now, so I think there's little dormer windows you can see there.
Yeah, so this is our last boarded lift, isn't it? Everything above this now is structural.
This is the 3rd one.
For the roof.
There's 2, 4, 6, I think there's 8 dormer windows on here.
Yeah.
And this little one on the face. They're replacing them all.
Yeah.
For replacing the roof, I think they're leaking.
Yeah. So your plan is obviously, so we've got this level in here, haven't we, to get to the lower level
bit. There's going to be a little bit 2 boards just to get to the sides of it.
Yeah, so 2 boards wide.
This 2 metre lift the next 2 metre lift that's coming around will be boarded and thrown into the roof to get to the roofs of the dormers.
And that's going in at what, about this height here?
Yeah, about 2, 2, 1.
Yeah. So obviously it's going to be low here, but it means they can still get in and work everywhere where they need to around these dormers at the lower level.
That balcony is horrendous.
Is it?
I stood on it went,
really?
Like, it's got French doors onto it.
That's mad.
You wouldn't walk on it, put it that way.
Really, yeah. To be fair, you can see it's like rotten.
So there's a single beam as well that runs over here. That's come 3 standards back that way, 3 standards back that way, just to take these inside legs that go up. Cool. Another buttress going there.
Yeah.
6 metres.
Yeah.
6 metre square buttress.
Same buttress we had down there is going to be the same thing that the boys are going to put in here, because again, we can't tie into the building at all.
There is a roof going over that one as well, isn't there?
And this one here.
And that one, yeah.
Any new ones down there?
Get them straight up, bro, if you want. Pull them off, can't he?
I'm going to come back this way so we're in doubles.
That one.
Jesus.
Come here, take that.
Need another set of hands. Sean, what are you saying about 30 per lift for the ledgers?
Yeah. Busy this week, bro.
What's that, mate?
We've been busy this week.
Oh, manic, mate, yeah. But good though, it's like things are decent, like things are, like we're getting more shape, aren't we, to things?
Yeah. Do you switch your phone off at a certain time?
I should do, mate, but
you get Dino's phone.
bro, mate, literally, I'm switched on from 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's about 8.
Until about 8:30, yeah, 8:30. Obviously, listen, I have like food breaks and I go to the gym and but there's always, you got to be committed to like constantly, otherwise you just, there's always something.
The new steel is 3.2 mil thick, like the wall of it is 3.2 mil thick, and the old steel is 4 mil.
It's like from here to here.
Kind of like if you get the same performance at a lower size engine, you're going to use the lower size engine because it consumes less. It's just if it performs the same.
More economical.
I need about 48 foot after that.
So what's gone on now? All the ledges have been run out
48 foot
all the way round. So all the ledges are out. We've got all our 5s here, which are going to be the transoms, so they're going to start being dotted out now. And obviously, as you can see, the forks are making it extremely light work of getting everything up. So Sean's now got an armful of 5s. They're going to go round the back. On the boarded lifts, the boys are putting 5 transoms to every fleet of boards. So a fleet is this section here. So this is one fleet. If you come along here, this is the second fleet. So what the boys are doing, so we're dotting out the transoms all the way along, but obviously the lift here now, this is the finished lift for the client, and the lift we're putting in now is the first structural lift. Right, so we are now, don't put that in there. Right, take 2. Right, so we are now back from lunch, fueled, fed, and fired up for the afternoon. So the boys are up there now running in this structural lift here. So they started at this point here. Obviously the morning was a bit of a slow start, getting everything loaded out. The forklift was massively, massively helpful and sped things up an awful lot. So we're gonna jump up there with them now, have a look, see what the crack is, and hopefully we can get this fully wrapped up today. So let's go and have a look. Yes, everything is now loaded out and ready, and the boys are flying this structural lift round. So they've started at this point here. He's actually the owner. I'm just his, I'm his assistant. They brought me in due to my my failed career at acting school, so I came here. And obviously, I'm just building my way up at the minute, step by step. I've got plans to probably be on EastEnders or maybe Coronation Street, but for now I'm here and strapped in and enjoying the journey and making out I know a thing or two about scaffolding. So we're going to get around here now to where the boys are. Obviously we've got our scaff steps here. So what the boys, once they're clipped on, clip on, jump up here, ding, 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 stand on here, whack the handrail in first, all the way along. Dritan, come through. Don't want to hold the main man up. Da, 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 da. Good man.
Thank you.
Gliding through. Like Bambi on ice. Oh no, Bambi wasn't good on ice, was he? See, on the boarded platform, this is our transom here, which is our 5-foot tube that the board is sat on top of. And we've got 5 of these per fleet of boards. Now what you'll see is you've got a clip there, which is our fitting that obviously locks the 5-foot tube around the ledger. And obviously it means that we can then sit the board nicely on top. But what the boys have done here is installed Aberdeens, which is a structural method of installing the transoms. And obviously the reason for that here is the access isn't going to be boarded out.
What do you want to do here? 16?
Yeah.
Or just put a long one?
What have I got? I've got 216. We've got 3 more lifts. This is the first one, structural, to take the beams for the roof. I'm a swivel short.
You what?
I'm a swivel short, sorry.
Swivel!
So what we usually do, you put your outside ledger in, put all your doubles on, put your sway brace in and then level all your standards left to right. Then your ledger brace is going. That's the most common way, but obviously sometimes you can't do it like that.
It's tight in here.
I've got a cross 3 bays here with the sway because I think it's stronger, but you could do 2 bays or 1 bay. We're putting braces on this side of the ledger because it's easier for the monoflex, and if we go on the underside, the braces stick out too much. It makes it a pain in the arse to look the monoflex.
Down. Yep, oh, too much. Go back up a tiny bit, yep.
Sweet, so basically here, we're just putting in advanced handrail. So you wanna, we go 43 really. So to make things quicker, I'll put my bubble on there, get the double, measure 43 inches, right there. Do this up. And then I like to just put my second double on, because when you come round to, once you've done all the advanced handrail, the boards, you can just chuck this second handrail in for quickness basically. Ready, Dave? Yeah, bro. Doing advanced handrail is just to basically, is to stay safe, because obviously with health and safety nowadays, if you're like up there with no, it's more for like being on a main road. If you're up there with no handrail and you get pulled, you're basically basically. So that's why we do it, and I think it's to work to the guidelines of obviously health and safety within scaffolding. It's just to basically be extra safe.
I know we touched on it earlier, but this walkway here, we've had to go a metre, stop the scaffold with a metre's gap. So down below, our scaffold ends here and here. So we've put temporary legs in for now, but on the next lift, we'll put beams across here and then take them temporary legs out below. We couldn't put them in underneath because it'd be in the way of anyone walking through and work. Yep. Put on. Why don't you tranny this out with 8 foot? And then we'll just put a bridle with spurring up after.
Boys have absolutely flown that around. Obviously at the minute everything that's in is structural. We've still got the boards to go on. They're having a little break now and then they're going to come back and just get the boards on. So while they do that, we're going to make a move. We've not got long now to get back. Abs has got to get the video edited, and I've got a load of stuff to sort out for tomorrow. And as I say, the signal here is no good. So we need to hit the road. Next week, we've really got an absolute monster coming to the channel that was due to be on this week's episode today. However, due to unforeseen circumstances out of our control, the project is delayed and we'll now have to be there next week. We've got an absolute heap of workload coming up. The project's coming in at absolute monsters. We've got some serious work for you guys to follow, and the channel is continuing to grow. Stay with us, things are building at absolute pace. We're nearly at that 10K subscriber mark now, and the channel is continuing to grow. Thank you to every single person who likes, comments, and is subscribed. If you haven't already, please do so, and we'll see you again next week for episode 24.